Hi guys, Kirsty and Lucinda back with you again with some more top tips. And today, sorry, I've forgotten what we're doing. That's a good outtake.
We're such a professional team. It's not even going to go into an outtake, it's staying in.
No!
We're doing Sleeping Hero. They don't know the pose names, don't worry, it's fine.
So today, we're doing Sleeping Hero. I'm going to talk Kirsty into the pose, then we are going to give you some options, perhaps some ways of using some things that you've got at home to help you with the pose, and to talk to you about kind of what we're looking to achieve within this pose as well, because the body tends to have lots of cheats that it does to try and get out of what we're really hoping to achieve. So there's different stages of this pose I'm going to kind of talk you through as we go through. So we're going to start off kneeling. I'm going to sit your hips down towards your heels, your big toes are touching, and your heels will be touching at this point. And for some of us, this is already pretty strong, particularly through the ankles here, and you might already be starting to feel a stretch through the quad muscles. So if this is very uncomfortable for the ankles, you can take a blanket and just roll that up and have that underneath the ankles. It's not going to take anything away, it is just literally making you more comfortable, because that can be quite strong to open up through the front of the legs in that way. So if we're pretty comfortable here and you feel like, yeah, I'm still just wanting to work on opening the ankles, this is where we would want to stay. And to continue to open up through the upper body, we'd bring the arms up overhead and grab opposite elbows. Now, if opposite elbows feels too much, the shoulders are starting to creep up around your ears, Kirsty can just release the hands a little bit longer across the arms, so she's no longer holding elbows, so that the shoulders can relax back and down, and she can stay here. If this feels okay, we didn't need to have anything underneath the ankles, I'm quite comfortable sat in this position, we can go to stage 2. So stage 2, she's just going to lift the bottom and she's going to separate the feet and then see if her bottom can sit down in between her heels. So for Kirsty, comfortably, that happens for her. For lots of people, there will be a gap between the bottom and the floor, and how we rectify that is using a blanket. If you had a block at home, some books at home, you're just going to prop it under a cushion even, would be perfect at home. Sit down onto it. All you're doing is lifting the floor up to you. And by doing that, you're not putting any unnecessary strain into your knees. What often will happen is knees will start to lift and also knees will start to go wide. So you want to keep your knees together. We are looking to internally rotate our thighs. We're looking to roll inwards. And by allowing them to go out, you're externally rotating them. Okay, so sitting here, over time, you can lower whatever else underneath the bottom to slowly start to work the bottom down towards the floor. But if this is where you're at today, this is where you're going to stay. And same thing, the arms are going to go up and overhead. You're going to grab opposite elbows, and we continue with a full front body stretch. Okay, so releasing the arms down by the side of the body. So now Kirsty's going to come off of her blanket because her bottom hits the floor without an issue. So from here, she's going to go to stage 3. And stage 3 is bringing the hands onto the soles of the feet. So from here, she's going to puff up her chest and see if she can start to drop down onto the elbows. You are still looking to lift the chest. The gaze is down the centre line of the body, but the chin is slightly lifted away from the chest, but you're certainly not throwing your head back. Knees are tracking down towards the mat, chest is lifting up, but the tummy is still drawn in, so she's not jamming into her lower back. Feeling comfortable here, knees aren't lifting, knees aren't going wide, we can go all the way back. So she's going to carefully lower herself down, she's going to come down onto her shoulders, back of the head now hitting the mat. And then she can bring her arms up overhead and grab opposite elbows as the final stage of the pose. Now, her gaze still wants to be down the centre line of her body. Her knees do not want to be lifting away from the mat, and again, they don't want to be going wide. Nothing should have changed with the legs here just because she's come back further. She's still wanting to lift up the chest and keep the tummy strong. And right now, you will see a gap underneath Kirsty's back body where she's creating this big back bend. So here, opening the whole front of the body and then slowly bringing yourself out. Perfect. So the really important thing with this pose to get maximum benefit is to just give your body time to open up. Forcing it into the poses, it will find these little cheats. It will allow your knees to go wide, perhaps lift your knees. And within this pose, the knees can be really sensitive, and to pull on them and torque them in the wrong direction to how they should work. Knees are only meant to go back and forth. We can be twisting them out of a line. Super important to just work at the stage that you're at, and over time the body is just going to naturally open up for you. Got anything you would add?
Just about feet. So something that we tend to sometimes see in class, which blows my mind because physically I can't do it, is feet turning out like this and then coming back. So if that happens, I can't demonstrate it, say my body doesn't work this way. If that happens, the chances are that if you bring the toes and the toes go directly back behind you, you'll suddenly find that now you can't bring your bottom to the floor. So that's what encourages people to perhaps turn the feet out because of the way that they're made. Can you do it with your feet out?
Yeah.
Yeah. Lucinda's going to show you how. So come on here because they can't see, I don't think. But I mean, there's just no way that I could do this with my feet. But yeah, that already just makes me go, oh. So this isn't great because Lucinda isn't preserving the correct alignment through her knees and into her ankles. So this can put undue strain on the body. So the important thing is that the toes always go directly back behind you, and then you might find, so toes back. See, you're bad. Yeah, there we go. Now she's got her toes back. So a lot of this is to do with like how your hips naturally inwardly or outwardly rotate. So Lucinda's challenged in this posture because naturally she likes to outwardly rotate her hips. I'm the opposite. I find anything where my hips are going outwards, my knees are coming apart, really, really difficult. So we've got kind of completely opposing bodies in that regard. So for Lucinda, this posture is a lot more challenging.
Yeah.
And I'm encouraging her, I want her to get her toes all the way back because I want that inward rotation of her hips, and her body, as Lucinda was saying, wants to cheat, wants to find the easy route. So it's really important that you're checking these points. So toes go directly back, and at that point she might find that she then can't get her bottom to the floor quite so comfortably, and therefore that she needs to sit on a blanket again. So toes directly back, just really important to preserve the alignment and keep your knees safe, really. But I think that's it. Other than that, we've covered it all.
Cool.
Hopefully that was helpful, guys. Let us know how you get on. Share your progress on Facebook, and we're here to help. So just message us if there's something else that you would like us to shoot a video on or give you some advice on. We are here for you guys. Hopefully see you soon. Take care.
Bye.